About 2 years ago, I decided to make over this space. At the time, I was conflicted on whether I wanted to paint the existing tongue and groove or leave it as is. I ended up deciding leaving it as is and just working with the space itself. The more we've utilized the space though in this time, the more I've realized how dark and gloomy it still feels. I remember the hallway being the exact same way until I painted it. So if you want to see this space transform one more time and see how much brighter and inviting it can feel by just painting it, then just keep watching. So one of the main issues that we have with this house and why we're not able to get enough direct or natural light into the house is because we have so many trees directly surrounding the house and on our property as well. We've done our job with trimming them and even removing some. And although we like them because let's be honest, during the summer, they're great because they provide so much shade on the actual house itself to keep it cool. It also provides plenty of shade out in the backyard to keep that cool as well. And I can definitely feel the difference when I go over to my neighbor's house versus here on our property, how much cooler it is in the summer. During the winter, it can get gloomy. And with the trees covering so much, it feels even more gloomy inside. And it always just seems so dark in here compared to other homes that I've been in. One of the main solutions that I came up with to be able to brighten up this space was to add additional lighting. We do have this regular ceiling light that we did switch out compared to the old one that we had, but that alone isn't enough. If you're familiar with the layout of the house, we have the living room right across from here, and there is even worse because we don't even have even a central single fixture or anything to provide any sort of additional lighting in there. This is why I am so glad to be able to be partnering with Lusa Lighting to be able to add so much more brightness into these spaces and into my home. Lusa Lighting helps to provide a good life with good light. Their lighting is high-end design with comfort in mind. They help to keep our body and mind stay in sync with nature's rhythm by utilizing warm, dim technology and low glare, making it easy on the eye. Competitor products often flicker when dimmed down to 10%, but Lusa Lightings can dim to sub 5% without the issue. They're easy to install. With a 6 to 4 inch conversion kit, you get multiple trim styles and colors to choose from, creating a modernized fixture with a smaller footprint. The remodel kit allows you to upgrade your room's lighting without tearing down or damaging your ceiling. Already, as you can see, these two spaces look and feel so much brighter, more inviting, less gloomy, and less dark and sad with adding these Lusa recessed lights. Be sure to check them out to make your space even more beautiful and also more inviting by using the link down in the description. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video so that you can see this space completely transformed once I add paint to the walls and you're able to see the full effect. The first thing I needed to do was empty out the space or at least get everything away from the walls so that I could begin the prep. I used some simple green to clean the walls and then went in with some caulk to add between all of the grooves. Little man, I guess, was watching or looking at what I was doing and tried to do the same thing with the extra caulk I had, but I didn't notice until I looked back at the footage. I filled in any obvious holes using some wood filler and then began taping the floor down. There was some quarter round trim that was missing, so I went ahead and added that as well. I decided to cover the shelf so that I could keep it wood toned to add some contrast to the white walls I would be painting. I decided to use the Magnum X7 sprayer I have as opposed to my handheld sprayer because I didn't want to feel the heaviness of the paint cup. But shortly after starting to use it, for some reason, my sprayer was not spraying like it should have. And I ended up having quite a few drips all over the walls that I had to go back and smooth out with a foam roller. So I don't know if it was the sprayer or if I was maybe not spraying the way I normally do, but I've never had drip issues in the past, and I've sprayed quite a bit of different things, different paints, and so I really don't think that this was user error, but instead it was definitely the machine, but I could be wrong, I'm not sure. You'll notice I sprayed the windows without covering them, and that's only because the new windows are set to be installed in about 4 weeks, so I didn't see the point in covering them up. I did a total of 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of paint. I used the Kills Restoration Primer, which is supposed to be like a max stain and odor blocker, and it's supposed to perform like an oil base, but it is water-based formula. So for the paint, I used the Semi-Gloss by Behr in their Scuff Defense line. Once it was dry, it was time to put everything back to place, and I decided to leave everything as is for now and not upgrade or change anything, mostly because everything seems to be serving us pretty well for the moment, so I didn't see the point in changing things up for now. And now let's take a moment to remember what the space used to look like. And what it looks like now. Subscribe to the channel for more DIY content. I love y'all, be kind, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.